What if the key to unlocking your true potential wasn't found in working harder, achieving more, or chasing the next goal, but in something far simpler and more powerful? What if daily gratitude could transform your mindset, deepen your relationships, and bring you lasting joy, even in the middle of chaos? Welcome to the Leadership Code, your trusted space for personal growth, leadership mastery, and meaningful transformation. This isn't just another video, it's the beginning of a mindset shift that could unlock a whole new version of you. Today, we explored the Gratitude Diaries, How a Year Looking on the Bright Side Transformed My Life by Janice Kaplan. This isn't just a book about feeling thankful, it's a blueprint for unlocking your potential through the consistent, daily practice of gratitude. Through a year-long journey of intentional thankfulness, Kaplan reveals how gratitude can radically transform your life, not just emotionally, but mentally, physically, and professionally. She shows us that when we choose to see the good, we activate strength, resilience, clarity, and connection, the very things that empower us to grow and lead. Janice Kaplan, a renowned journalist and best-selling author, has touched millions with this timeless message. In a world flooded with distraction, burnout, and reactive behavior, the Gratitude Diaries offers a way to reclaim your focus, restore your energy, and rise to your highest self through one small habit practiced every single day. So stay with us through this full chapter-by-chapter breakdown. You'll discover practical, science-backed tools to improve your productivity, elevate your relationships, lead with intention, and fuel your personal growth, all by unlocking the power of daily gratitude. And if you're serious about becoming the person and leader you're destined to be, don't forget to subscribe to the Leadership Code. We release powerful book summaries and leadership insights every week, so you can grow, lead, and impact the world with every new episode. Hit the bell icon now so you never miss an insight. This is your moment. This is your mindset shift. This is how you unlock your potential with daily gratitude. Let's begin. Part 1. Winter. Marriage, love, and family. Winter, with its quiet stillness, often calls us inward, to home, to loved ones, and to self-reflection. That's exactly where Janice Kaplan begins her gratitude journey. In this opening section of the Gratitude Diaries, she reveals a life-changing truth. Your potential for deeper connection, emotional resilience, and personal transformation begins with how you show up at home, and it starts with gratitude. By learning to express daily appreciation within her family, Kaplan unlocks something profound: the power to change not just how she feels, but how she lives and loves, more intentionally, more joyfully, and more fully. Chapter 1. I don't want to be the ungrateful lady. Janice's journey starts on a rainy evening, overwhelmed by errands, stress, and a general sense of irritation. But in the middle of that chaos, she has a realization. Her life is full, and yet, she's focusing only on what's missing. Why? That moment becomes her wake-up call. She chooses to stop letting negativity dominate her thoughts. Instead, she sets a powerful intention to approach each day with gratitude, especially in her relationships. She learns that unlocking your potential begins with choosing what lens you look through: gratitude or complaint. Takeaway: gratitude isn't denial, it's discipline. It's choosing to see what's good even when life isn't perfect. Try this. Start your day by naming one thing you appreciate about your partner, family, or current circumstance. Anchor your day in that mindset. Chapter 2. Falling back in love with my husband. In the busyness of life, even strong relationships can grow quiet. Janice noticed that she and her husband had fallen into patterns of routine, stress, and muted appreciation, so she made a small but bold change. She started thanking him, genuinely and often, for the things he did. no matter how small. Those small acts of recognition spark something bigger. Warmth returned, conversations deepened, and connection was rekindled. Backed by expert advice from Dr. John Gottman, Kaplan shows how gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for unlocking potential in our most intimate bonds. Takeaway: daily gratitude can revive even long-standing relationships without therapy or grand gestures. Try this. Thank your partner today for something ordinary. Watch how that small spark changes the emotional climate between you. Chapter 3: Raising Grateful Kids. Gratitude isn't just transformative for adults. It shapes children's character and emotional strength. Kaplan realized that if she wanted her kids to be grateful, she couldn't just tell them. She had to show them. From writing thank you notes to expressing appreciation around the dinner table, she found simple, consistent ways to model gratitude. The result? Her kids became more aware, more empathetic, and more content, building emotional habits that would support them for life. Takeaway: raising grateful kids is less about instruction and more about demonstration. Try this. Create a family ritual like Thankful Thursdays, where each person shares one thing they're grateful for. Keep it light and make it part of your family culture. Chapter 4: The No Complaining Zone. One of Kaplan's boldest experiments was creating a complaint-free zone in her home. At first, it was difficult. Complaining had become second nature. But as she committed to it, she noticed something amazing. When you stop feeding frustration, gratitude naturally rises. This chapter highlights a transformative principle. When you stop focusing on what's wrong, you free yourself to see what's right. That space between irritation and intention is where your personal growth begins. Takeaway: complaints create noise. Gratitude creates space for clarity, peace, and growth. Try this. Commit to one day without complaints. If you slip, pause and reframe the moment. Train your mind to search for the good. Key themes from Part 1. Unlocking potential at home. Gratitude is the foundation for stronger, more joyful relationships. Small daily acts of appreciation unlock emotional connection and personal clarity. Gratitude builds emotionally resilient kids and deepens family bonds. Cutting complaints makes room for more intentional living. How to Part 2. Spring. Money, career, and the stuff we own. As winter melts into spring, Janice Kaplan turns her focus from the private world of family to the more public realms of money, career, and the material things we surround ourselves with. But instead of chasing more, she poses a radical, refreshing question. Can we unlock our true potential, not by acquiring more, but by appreciating what we already have? In this season of growth, Kaplan explores how gratitude can reshape how we define success, rethink our ambitions, and reconnect with what genuinely brings meaning. As you'll see, gratitude isn't about settling. It's about seeing clearly, choosing intentionally, and living powerfully. Chapter 5. How Diamond Rings Shrink and Memories Grow. Kaplan opens with a relatable story. She once cherished her diamond ring, but over time, it lost its magic. Meanwhile, memories, like a family vacation, had only grown more vivid and valuable. The contrast was striking. Backed by research from psychologist Dr. Thomas Gilovich, she reveals a truth that many of us overlook. Experiences, not things, bring lasting happiness. Why? Because experiences become part of who we are. They connect us, change us, and stay with us. Takeaway: the shine of possessions fades, but memories enrich our identity and our gratitude. Try this. Instead of buying something new this weekend, create a moment. Share a meal. Take a walk. Make a memory. That's how you invest in joy. Chapter 6. Money Matters. Or maybe it doesn't. Money can't buy happiness. We've heard it 1,000 times. But Kaplan digs deeper. Money matters, of course, especially for security and stability. But beyond basic comfort, its impact on our well-being drops sharply. Gratitude, however, consistently boosts contentment at any income level. When she stopped comparing herself to others and focused on what she had, she unlocked a sense of peace that no salary raise could replicate. She speaks with financial experts who agree. Appreciation is what transforms money from a source of stress into a tool for well-being. Takeaway: it's not how much you earn, it's how deeply you value what you already have that defines your financial well-being. Try this. When money feels tight or pressure sets in, list 3 things you're grateful for that money can't buy. Let that reset your mindset. Chapter 7: The Career Game, or What I Learned from James Bond. As former editor-in-chief of Parade, Kaplan had a front-row seat to success and celebrity, including a cover story with Daniel Craig, aka James Bond. But in her own life, she noticed something troubling. Even in moments of achievement, she rarely paused to appreciate them. Instead, like many professionals, she was stuck in the loop of, what's next? Gratitude helped her break that cycle. She began acknowledging the value of where she was, and it shifted her sense of purpose and pride in her work. She also discovered that gratitude in the workplace increases motivation, decreases burnout, and improves performance. And yet, so many leaders neglect this simple, powerful tool. Takeaway: gratitude at work isn't a soft skill, it's a leadership edge. Try this. Before closing your laptop each day, jot down 1 thing that went well and 1 colleague you're thankful for. Then tell them. It takes seconds, but it builds trust and momentum. Chapter 8: Getting thanks and no thanks at work. In this final chapter of Spring, Kaplan explores the workplace culture gap. We all want appreciation, but few of us give it freely. She shares moments when her own efforts went unnoticed and how demotivating it felt. On the flip side, offering gratitude to colleagues created instant uplift and stronger collaboration. She cites research and expert insight. Appreciation is often more motivating than money. It increases loyalty, teamwork, and personal satisfaction. Takeaway: saying thank you at work isn't fluff, it's fuel. It drives engagement and strengthens relationships. Try this. Open your next meeting by publicly thanking someone for their contribution. Watch the tone of the room shift and see how it shifts you, too. Key lessons from Part 2: Unlocking fulfillment in the external world. Lasting joy comes from experiences, not possessions. Gratitude redefines your relationship with money, freeing you from comparison. Appreciating where you are fuels success more than obsessing over what's next. Gratitude in the workplace elevates morale, culture, and leadership. Real-life habits to unlock growth. Create a gratitude budget. Invest in moments, not just materials. End workdays by identifying 1 success and 1 person to thank. Set a weekly reminder to write a quick gratitude email or message. Final reflection. Spring is a time of possibility, and the Gratitude Diaries shows us that real growth doesn't come from chasing more. It comes from appreciating better. Whether it's money, career milestones, or material goods, you unlock your greatest potential not by acquiring, but by appreciating. Gratitude grounds you in what matters. And when you feel grounded, you lead, work, and live with greater clarity and fulfillment. So here's a question to carry with you. If you stopped chasing more, what joy and freedom might you find in what you already have? Stick with us, because in the next section, Janice Kaplan dives into gratitude and health, where she reveals how a thankful heart isn't just good for your soul, it's the key to a stronger body, a clearer mind, and a life energized by intention. Part 3: Summer: Gratitude and Health. As the days grow longer and brighter, the Gratitude Diaries enters its most energizing season, summer, a time of renewal, wellness, and vitality. But Janice Kaplan goes beyond sunshine and fitness goals. She shows us that the secret to true health and energy lies not just in what you eat or how you move, but in how you think. This section reveals a transformative truth. To unlock your full physical and emotional potential, you must start with daily gratitude. Gratitude isn't just an emotional uplift, it's a biological and mental reset. A mindset shift that rewires your habits, reshapes your self-image, and rejuvenates your health from the inside out. Chapter 9: The Powers of Vitamin G. Kaplan kicks off this section with a term that's both playful and profound: Vitamin G. Gratitude. It's not a pill or a smoothie ingredient. It's a natural superpower that enhances your entire system. She speaks with leading researchers and psychologists who confirm people who practice gratitude regularly sleep better, stress less, exercise more, and even experience fewer symptoms of illness. One expert notes that gratitude activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's calm and healing mode, which helps us recover from the constant stress of modern life. In other words, gratitude isn't just good for your soul, it's one of the most powerful wellness tools you already have. Takeaway: daily gratitude activates your body's ability to rest, restore, and thrive. Try this. Before bed, write down 3 things you're thankful for. It only takes 5 minutes, but the benefits ripple into better sleep, lower anxiety, and a healthier tomorrow. Chapter 10. Wonder Woman on the Appalachian Trail. In one of the most inspiring stories of the book, Kaplan shares the journey of a 67-year-old woman who hiked the entire Appalachian Trail alone. She wasn't an athlete or influencer, she was simply fueled by purpose and a deep sense of gratitude for every step. This story becomes a metaphor for how appreciating what our bodies can do, instead of criticizing what they're not, can unlock strength, motivation, and joy. Kaplan reflects on her own tendency to focus on flaws: weight, fatigue, aging. But when she began thanking her body instead, its ability to walk, breathe, move, her relationship with health completely changed. Gratitude flipped the script from self-judgment to self-respect. Takeaway: your body becomes stronger and more supported when you treat it with appreciation instead of punishment. Try this. Right now, thank your body for something it allowed you to do today, big or small. Then let that gratitude guide your next wellness choice. Chapter 11, Losing Weight on the Amazing Gratitude Diet. This isn't a diet book. There's no calorie counting or carb avoidance here. Instead, Kaplan introduces a revolutionary idea. What if we approached food with gratitude, not guilt? She realized that stress, busyness, and emotional eating often led her to consume mindlessly, but when she paused, just for a moment, to feel grateful for her food, she ate slower, made better choices, and felt more fulfilled. She even thanked the people behind the food, the farmers, the cooks, the servers, and that small ritual added richness to each meal. Gratitude made eating a conscious act of care, not just a habit of hunger. Takeaway: gratitude transforms food from fuel into nourishment, for both body and spirit. Try this. Before your next meal, pause for 10 seconds and give thanks for the nourishment, the effort, and the body it's feeding. That moment may change your entire relationship with eating. Key lessons from Part 3. Unlocking health through gratitude. Gratitude strengthens your immune system, improves sleep, and reduces stress. Thanking your body builds motivation, not shame. Grateful eating leads to more mindfulness, better digestion, and joyful habits. Wellness isn't just in your actions, it begins in your attitude. How to integrate gratitude into your health routine. Begin workouts or walks by mentally thanking your body for showing up. Set a daily gratitude pulse on your phone, a reminder to pause, breathe, and feel thankful. Practice grateful eating once a day, slowing down and savoring every bite. Final reflection. Summer invites us to embrace vitality, but the Gratitude Diaries teaches something even more powerful. Gratitude is the catalyst that turns ordinary wellness into sustainable energy and joy. It's not your willpower or your weight that determines your health potential, it's your mindset. And gratitude is the switch that turns on healing, balance, and renewal. So here's your summer reflection. What might shift in your health, your energy, and your self-worth if you treated your body not as a problem to fix, but as a miracle to thank? Coming up next, Autumn, Coping, Caring, and Connecting, where Janice Kaplan explores how gratitude becomes a steady guide through adversity, empathy, and life's greatest challenges. Stay with us, the deepest transformations are still ahead. Part 4, Autumn, Coping, Caring, and Connecting. Theme: Unlock your potential with daily gratitude. Autumn is a season of turning inward, of change, reflection, and letting go. It's in this spirit that the Gratitude Diaries enters its most profound and soul-stirring phase. Janice Kaplan uses autumn not just as a metaphor for transition, but as a reminder. Our true potential isn't tested when life is easy. It's revealed when life is hard. And that's where daily gratitude becomes your greatest tool. In this final section, Kaplan shows how gratitude doesn't erase difficulty, but it transforms how we respond to it. It unlocks clarity during chaos, purpose during pain, and connection during solitude. Let's explore how gratitude helps us face life's storms and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Chapter 12, Making Bad Times Better. Kaplan opens with honesty. Life gets hard. Illness, setbacks, grief, no one escapes them. But what she learns is that gratitude is not about ignoring suffering, it's about reframing it. She tells the story of a woman recovering from breast cancer who, rather than focus solely on what she lost, gave thanks for what she gained. Deeper connections, a clearer sense of purpose, and renewed appreciation for life. Kaplan also reflects on her own difficult moments, how practicing gratitude didn't eliminate the fear, but gave her the emotional resilience to move through it with grace and presence. Key insight. Gratitude doesn't take the pain away, but it unlocks your inner strength to face it. Try this. In a difficult moment, pause and ask, what am I learning right now? What can I still be grateful for, even in this? You won't erase the hardship, but you'll shift your mindset toward healing. Chapter 13, The Unselfie Approach to Life. As the world grows noisier with self-promotion and digital distractions, Kaplan challenges us to take a different path, an unselfie life, one where the focus shifts from self to service, from ego to empathy. Through volunteering and acts of kindness, she discovers something extraordinary. Helping others expands our own gratitude. It deepens our joy and reminds us that we're part of something bigger. Psychologists she interviews affirm this idea. Gratitude and compassion are intertwined. When we give thanks, we're more likely to give back. And that creates a ripple effect of connection and purpose. Key insight. Gratitude grows stronger when we turn outward, not inward. Try this. This week, do one act of kindness, expecting nothing in return. Then pause, reflect. Notice how gratitude doesn't shrink. It expands beyond you. Chapter 14, Finding Joy, Final Chapter. As Kaplan closes out her year-long gratitude journey, she doesn't pretend to be perfectly enlightened. Life is still messy. Challenges still show up. But here's what's changed. Her default setting is now gratitude, and that shift changes everything. She no longer rushes through life on autopilot. She pauses to appreciate small joys, a warm conversation, a quiet morning, a stranger's smile. She's trained herself to unlock presence, joy, and resilience every single day, not because life is perfect, but because her perspective is intentional. Gratitude, practiced daily, becomes the foundation for lasting joy, meaningful connection, and inner peace. Key insight. You don't need perfect circumstances to unlock joy. You only need a grateful mindset. Try this. Start your own long-term gratitude habit. Keep a daily journal. Reflect weekly on what brought you joy. Make thank you part of your daily language. This is how you unlock the power of gratitude for life. Final takeaways from Part 4. Unlocking your inner power through gratitude. Gratitude helps you navigate pain with strength and clarity. Caring for others deepens your own capacity for joy. Consistent gratitude transforms your default mindset, creating long-term emotional resilience. Presence, not perfection, is where your potential truly unfolds. Lifelong habits to practice. Keep a gratitude journal and revisit it regularly. When stressed, reframe, what could I still be thankful for here? Express appreciation often in words, actions, and leadership. Use gratitude as a daily reset button for your mood, relationships, and energy. Janice Kaplan began the Gratitude Diaries with a simple idea, that one intentional year of gratitude could change her life. And she proved it can. But even more importantly, she discovered gratitude isn't a challenge for 1 year. It's a choice for every day. And it's your choice too. If you want to unlock your potential in your health, your relationships, your career, your leadership, then choose gratitude. Not just once, not just when things go well, but daily, especially when it's hard, because that's when it reveals its true power. So I'll leave you with one final question. What would your life look like, not just today, but 5 years from now, if gratitude became your lens, your practice, your way of living? Thanks for listening. If you found value in this audiobook summary, please consider subscribing to The Leadership Code. We deliver powerful book summaries, timeless leadership insights, and life-changing discussions designed to help you become the person and leader you're destined to be. Hit that subscribe button now and join us on the journey of continuous growth and transformation. Until next time, stay grateful, stay intentional, and keep leading with purpose. This is the Leadership Code, and you've just unlocked one of the most powerful habits for a meaningful, fulfilled life.